Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we start packing up to move. The areas I tackle are over the course of 3 days. It's not the most seamless video and it's not a whole house packing video. It's kind of all over the place. I go from Jonah's room, the toy room closet, our kitchen, our bathroom, our dining room that was used as anything but a dining room. If you need some packing motivation and want to see how I improvised, please keep watching. If you enjoy, please click the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. I decided to start with Jonah's room just because he had a lot of stuff that he just doesn't use every day. So he had a lot of stuff on this shelf and then on this shelf. But as you can see, like I started packing up everything already. I'm so sad. And normally I would not be showing you like the layout of my son's room, but I mean, we're moving, so it doesn't really matter. It's not really a safety issue anymore. Oh, here's his book. We've been reading this at night lately. And so these were all like his little drawings and like colorings. Oh my goodness. He had those drawings and colorings taped on that wall right there. And he had like a Shazam poster, but yeah, I had to take it down. Oh my God, I still haven't even gone through these clothes. Michael's sister gave them to me. His mirror's still there. I was gonna take that down. He still has this poster up. These are just all stuffed animals. Most of the stuff that was in this bookshelf, it was just like books and coloring books. They're all packed up. And then here he had like some Lego sets and all his little Avengers, little miniature figures and his Funko Pops. So here's some boxes we're gonna be using. Oh my goodness, Jonah's room, like, oh my God. I think we already filled up like 4 boxes. Jonah's room, Jonah's room, Jonah's room. I want to say that next one is Jonah's room too. Yep, I feel something in there. Yep, that's Jonah's room. Jonah's room. So what? He has like 5 boxes already that are full. Like, oh my God. That was just his room. But yeah, I need to tape up these boxes. But right now, I do think I just want to go ahead and get started on the toy room. So we're going to jump into that next. So in here, I just need to consolidate the rest of the stuff that's left. Like this, he doesn't really use that, so I need to pack that up or throw it out. I don't know. This is his Beyblade. Of course, we're keeping that. We're keeping all this stuff. So I don't know. Maybe his room just needs like 1 more box. And then you just throw all the rest of this little stuff in 1 last box. And then his room will be done, of course, besides the closet. Oh my God, now we're moving into this disastrous toy room. Oh my God. We still need to go through and see what we want to keep and what we want to throw away. I need to take that off the wall. Look, this is how long we've lived here. Jonah was into Paw Patrol when we first moved in. Oh, my baby. He was like 3 or 4 years old. He has all this stuff. I already packed up like all the board games that are usually on this furniture piece. Oh, look at this big box. It's like half the size of the little whiteboard, right? So it's just full of all of our board games and, you know, all these little shoe containers has different stuff in it. Like that has Play-Dohs. That one has more Play-Doh stuff. There's Monopoly down there. There's a Nerf gun stuff. This is like Fortnite stuff. But yeah, this boy has like so many games. But I put that all in here so far so we can knock some of that out. But obviously, as you can see, there's still stuff there. So yay! Lots of work to do. Okay, so I told you I started on the board games, right? So at least start on that. Because I have been dreading this closet. It's been a nice storage closet for us. And I know it's not the most organized, I know. And I kept telling myself, like, get it together, Jessica. But I can tell you, it has looked worse than this. Like, you usually can't even see the floor. But somehow I cleared something up, like, I don't know. But yeah, like, we just have so much stuff. But most of the stuff just sits here. So I figured I'll go through it, throw out what we don't need, and then pack up what we do want to take to the next house. Let me tell y'all about this blue step stool. Jonah had a baby bathtub that I still have. Don't ask me why. This blue part was a pedestal for the baby bathtub so it can be placed higher. That way, you know, you're not bending over so much and, you know, it kind of helps your back when you're bathing the baby. But get this. It doubles as a stool for when your baby turns into a toddler. And I never knew that until a few days before doing this video. Isn't that crazy? And there was even a picture on the side of the box that showed it being a stool. And I was like, what? Like, after all these years, I have never known this. And so here I am finally getting use of it. I just thought that was funny and very creative of the people who made the tub. And I just thought I should let y'all know that if y'all buy this tub, do not get rid of it. That blue part doubles as a stool. And as you can see, it holds me. So the weight limit is over the size of a toddler. Oh my God. So these are all of Michael's like Marine Corps rewards. Oh my God, he has like 6 of those. And then, oh my God. I remember I was so excited when I got this award at work. Oh my God, Associate of the Quarter. I thought I was like all that in a bag of chips. But I will tell you something, I was working it this quarter. Oh my God, I think this was the quarter that I learned how to work the restaurant and the bar in the hotel on top of the front desk. So yeah, I was working it and this is very well deserved. I'm keeping it forever. Oh my God, it's been so third quarter of 2021, that'll be 10 years that I've had that. God, just so much stuff in here. My Bible I got from church when I graduated high school. They put my name on it. And we'll keep this forever. And just all these different notebooks and journals. This family care journal. It's from when Jonah spent time in the hospital. So the hospital gave that to us. And then just all these composition books just because Jonah needs them like every year for school, so I don't know, I just like to keep extras on hand. I feel like kids go through those so fast, so you always need new ones. This black cube organizer at Target. I do like it. It gets the job done, but I will say it is very flimsy compared to the one we bought from IKEA. So if you're looking for cube storage, I definitely recommend heading to IKEA. We have this similar black one in our living room. We have been using it as a TV stand for the past 4 years, and it is so much more sturdier than this one from Target. Not to rag on or hate on Target. Oh my God, I love me some Target. I could go there every day if I could. But I just don't think I'll be buying any furniture from there again anytime soon, because I'd also bought Jonah a bookshelf for his room, and during the move, it fell apart, and Michael has been trying to put it back together, but you know how you can tell when the wood is kind of cheap, and I don't know the word for it, the type of material that it is, but it's to the point where he can't even drill like any holes in it really to try to salvage it, because I told him, let's try to salvage it. And so he's been trying, you know, for the past couple of nights, but it's just not working, so we're probably just gonna have to dump it. And which, by the way, that bookcase, it was getting kind of flimsy anyways from just the regular use of it. And I mean, all Jonah had on there was, you know, his books and his coloring books. So yes, unfortunately, needless to say, we're gonna put the furniture on hold from Target for now. The toy room is just such a challenge to get organized, so I was just trying with this. But fortunately, the black cube one from Target, that made it through the move and it survived, and so it'll be getting some use in the new house. A moving tip I found on Pinterest was to write on the side of the boxes and not on top of them, since most of the time the boxes will get stacked and you can't see the top. This will help when getting to the new place, knowing where to put each box. Yes, I had to search for tips because when we moved from Michael's parents' house to this house that we were just in for 4 years, we literally just had our clothes and one room worth of stuff. I mean, Jonah, he had a room, but literally all that was in there was like a bed that me and Michael would sleep in sometimes, and Jonah's crib, so that we, we can sleep with Jonah. But primarily we just used the one room. But that's all that was in that room, and the crib didn't even come with us because by this time Jonah was already 4 years old, so he was not going to be sleeping in a crib. So I think we just ended up taking it apart and maybe left it in his parents' garage because it was a hand-me-down anyways from Michael's sister. And now we're moving from this house, which is our room, Jonah's room, the toy room, the dining room, the kitchen, the living room. Oh my God, like one extra room that we had, we kind of just used as like an office or just like a hangout space. So it's a very drastic change from the last time we moved. So I was desperate to find any tips that can make the packing and moving process easier. Next, we are moving on to the kitchen. Yay! That's when you know it's getting real because I wanted to save the kitchen for sort of kind of last since I was still trying to cook while we were in the house. I knew we'd be ordering out while moving, so I wanted to try to cook while I still could. And also to get rid of food that would have gone bad. I don't know. Speaking of ordering out, another tip I found was to download Uber Eats or DoorDash so you can order delivery while you're moving. I was kind of iffy about this, but I knew we'd be too tired to be cooking while moving. So needless to say, I did download it and it's still on my phone for when I'm feeling extra lazy. But I will say it's a good tip because moving really is tiring and the last thing you want to do is cook. And I mean, especially because you're going to be moving and then you're just going to have to unpack everything you need and you're going to have to find the pots and pans you need, like all in that same, couple hours. It's like, no, thank you. But I will say another tip I saw was to prepare meals in advance, but I cook all the time and did not feel like doing that. But to each their own. I think, if I had the time and energy to do that, I would have, because I can see where it would be a money saver. But then also we had my brother, my cousin, and Michael's cousin helping us with the move, and they were kind of with us all day. And so that would have been really a lot of cooking for me. That would have been, oh my God, for 6 people. So that was another reason why I didn't want to prepare meals in advance, because I would have had to do it for 6 people. So DoorDash was a lifesaver because I literally just told them, hey, this is what we're going to eat. What do you want from this place? And you just click, boom. Granted, you do have to, check how long the delivery will take, because some of them did take 45 minutes. So just make sure you're giving yourself a good hour in advance. Say you want to eat lunch at 12. So, make sure you start your order around 10:50 or 11. That way it gets to you on time. I don't know about y'all's area where y'all are at, but in our area, that seems to always be the case. You have to give them a good 30 to 45 minutes, which I completely understand. Oh my God. And then wrapping our glass stuff. Oh my God. I had already spent so much money on boxes. I refused to go buy any more moving supplies, such as the paper to wrap your glasses in or glass plates in. So I found some junk mail and used that. I know in the past when I was little, we'd use newspaper for when we were packing and moving, but we never get newspaper here, so we didn't have any. But get this, at the new house, we get a newspaper thrown on our driveway each week. I didn't know they still did that. Pretty interesting. But yeah, I had to improvise because I did not want our stuff to get ruined or get broken. We eventually ran out of junk mail because I do not keep it. I must have just checked the mail the day before and had not gone through it yet, so we still had it. But we ran out, and this is not on camera, but I had to use old plastic bags from Walmart and the grocery store to wrap some glasses and mugs. But I will tell you, when you double up on the wrapping, it creates a nice big cushion and kept all of our glasses and mugs from getting broken during the move. So it was not a bad idea, and it finally paid off to be a bag hoarder. I do have to mention we are shown here packing the glasses, the mugs, and Michael's in the background packing up the medicine. But what you don't see is that Michael had already packed up all of our pots and pans, so we are halfway done with the kitchen, just need to pack up the pantry and spice cabinet. Yes, I know. Once again, here's another late video. Hashtag no footage left behind. Yes, if you saw my latest cleaning video, it is from March. And yes, I posted it in May. But as you can see, we have just been busy, like with the packing and the moving. It's just been crazy. So there has just been no time to edit. So here we go. So we were set to move about a week after Easter, so I figured I'd just pack up my Easter decorations when we packed up the rest of the house. And oh my God, I just love all of this stuff, and I love going to Walmart and Target and sometimes even Hobby Lobby after Easter just to see if there's anything worth buying that's on sale that's like 70 or 80% off. Because I will tell you, that is where I get most of my decorations. It's usually after the holiday. But this year, I will say, you know, like I mentioned before, we've just been so busy that sadly I did not get a chance to go to any of those stores after Easter like I usually do every year. So this year has been very different for me, needless to say. But then again, I mean, I see all the Easter stuff I have and I'm just like, oh, I really don't need any more. So I probably like refrained from going anyways. I am moving into our bathroom. This is the next day. As you keep watching, you'll see that I am just winging it with these small boxes. Another tip I saw on Pinterest was to use small boxes because the larger boxes you get, the more you'll put in them or try to stuff in them, and in turn the box will be extremely heavy. They say to use the large boxes for pillows, sheets, blankets, and towels, which is what I did and do not regret it at all. It's the best idea, and I think it's my favorite moving tip. These boxes are the most tiny ones we had, so I figured I'd use them for all this bathroom stuff. Oh my God, can you imagine stuffing all this into one big box? No way. Another tip I read was to pack an overnight bag, since while you're moving, everything is going to be everywhere for a day or two, so at least pack an outfit for the next day. I did want to do this, but I didn't have time to do that. I did, however, have time to do it with our toiletries. So the white basket all the way to the left is what I put all of our toiletries we use every day in, so at least we can keep our nightly routines and morning routines the first couple days of the move. Next, I am moving into the dining room that we use for anything but a dining room, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video. We are lucky and blessed and fortunate enough that Jonah literally had a separate space during this pandemic to focus on his virtual schoolwork. Granted, some days he wanted to do work on the couch, which was totally fine with me because I believe everybody is different. Some people need a table, a desk, and a chair to be productive, which is me and what I prefer. And some people have no problem focusing on their work in the living room on the couch. So I let Jonah explore his options at times, but for me, if I'm on the couch, it is TV time. I can't focus on doing any work. Jonah seemed to do very well, whether it be in the dining room, on the couch, or the breakfast area. I will say the one area he didn't explore was his actual room and on his bed. I think he really likes just being in the public areas of the house. Here I go with my small box for our spices. I did keep the spices aside that I still needed to cook with, but the rest of them are getting packed away. am telling you, this video is all over the place. Now I am back in our bathroom, and our closet is actually in the bathroom. And I thought it was weird when we first moved in, but I actually turned out really liking it. So I'm using a large box to start packing my shoes that are still in boxes, and then I just put the ones that don't have boxes on top if there was room. This was pretty easy and simple and quick to knock out. And so here we are, moving into day 3 of this video. Back at it in the kitchen. Like I told you, this video is all over the place. We have had this bubble wrap in the garage for a long time. I do not know where it came from. Michael must have brought it from work or something, but it is definitely coming in handy now. There's not much left on the roll, but I will be using the rest of it for the rest of the glasses and mugs that are still in the cabinet. If you are moving, I do recommend bubble wrap. It was very easy to wrap everything and then pack everything afterwards. These white racks I have in my hand help to add more storage space to your cabinets. I bought them at Dollar Tree, so they were $1 each. I've had my eye on them for a while. The reason why I didn't buy them so soon is because I didn't want them to be more useless stuff I always end up buying at Dollar Tree. So I had to make sure I really wanted to give them a try and that I really wanted them. I know you're probably like, girl, it's just $1. But no, I buy so much stuff at Dollar Tree, and then like weeks go by and I just forget about stuff that I buy, and I end up throwing it away. And so in turn, it's like you're just throwing away money. So yes, I had to make sure that I really wanted them. I use them particularly for all my mugs. I have so many. I love coffee, so I was always getting mugs as gifts from my boss, from my aunt, from Michael even. But these racks work great. I will say I didn't realize they were so big, and they, to me, only work in big spaces. That bottom part of my cabinet must have been big because I tried to put them on a different shelf in my kitchen at the new house, and it fit, but there wasn't much space on top of the white rack to add another row of mugs, so it kind of just defeated the purpose. Thankfully, the bottom shelf in the new cabinets are big, just like this one, so I was able to use it on the bottom shelf, just not on any shelves above it, unfortunately. I know I said earlier that Michael packed up the pots and pans, but these must have been the ones I wanted to keep out so I can keep cooking like I mentioned before. But this day was literally the day before we closed, so I think mostly everything was just going in at this point. But dang, I didn't realize how many pots and pans I have. Oh my god. Because yeah, before this, I have another big box that you can't see on the other side of the wall that Michael has filled up with pots and pans. So what am I doing? What is going on? We're about to do a big declutter or purge when we get to the new house. It's time for new pots and pans anyways. For the pantry, I ended up grabbing some reusable bags I have and started packing those up like you would at the grocery store. I didn't want to use any boxes, but to top it off, I had already shunned boxes at this point anyways. But the bags worked just fine, and it was so easy to take them in and out of the car during the move. It was just like going grocery shopping in your pantry. And oh my goodness, we had so many canned goods from, I believe, when COVID happened and then when the winter storm came. I don't even think we used any of it, but I mean, it's just so good to have on hand just because you never know. That winter storm was crazy and it was really unexpected, and so I don't know, it really pays to just have that kind of stuff in your pantry just in case. Guys, I am going to wrap up the video here. I hope I was able to give some helpful tips and motivate you to get packing if you are moving. If you are, just breathe and take one room at a time. Definitely make a game plan, though I do suggest that. If you enjoyed, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.